When you look at a racehorse, it's not necessarily what you see that's important. The most valuable quality on the track is quite invisible to the naked eye. Call it courage or gameness or bravery or heart, it's a magic ingredient champions are made of. Today we're going to go up close and personal with a 6-year-old gray mare and world record holder in 1994 at Ladbroke at the Meadows, Camourous.
Continue towards the three-quarter mark, and Camourous quickly takes command, opens up 3.5 lengths to 3/4 in 1:23 4/5. It's all Camourous now. Camourous with a 5-length advantage. Would I Lie to You along the rail tries to hold on to the second spot. Northern Winds slipping up the inside from third, and the outside Fancy Boots coming up empty tonight. But Camourous is not empty. She's on top by 9. Down the center of the track, Hertown Hanover second. It's all Camourous in front. 1:52 flat.
While her exploits on the track speak for themselves, her trainer, Mike Palone, tells us more about the rugged miss. Mike, Camourous isn't the most striking individual to ever grace a racetrack. Describe her for us physically.
She's a pretty average-looking horse. If it wasn't for her color, you wouldn't even know who she was. She's one of a few great horses racing here at the Meadows right now.
Well, you know, she certainly is durable. She's already had 30 starts this year, and I believe something like 48 starts last year. That's quite a workload. How does she handle that?
Well, we're still trying to figure that out. She's one of a kind. I don't think I've ever had a horse in the last couple years that has been able to answer the bell as many times as she has in the last 2 years.
One would wonder what a typical week in the life of Camourous is like. What's it like?
And if the mare races on Friday, we like to give her a couple days of just rest in the field. And since it's been hot out lately, we like to leave her in the day, and as soon as the sun goes down, we turn her out and let her run the fields at night when it's a little cooler. And we bring her in the mornings. I jog her light. I don't do much with her. I like to get her out in the afternoons or at night. And the only day we keep her in usually is the day before the race. After we jog her, we let her in. She gets a good night's rest, and give her a good long walk the day of the race. And I put her on the track at night. I really don't even do much then. I jog her a couple laps and warm her up real nice and light, less equipment on her, and she goes right to the gate, and she pretty much knows exactly what to do by then.
Well, you know, she is a world record holder. In fact, last year she set a track and world record right here at Ladbroke at the Meadows of 1:52. You know what they say, records are made to be broken. Do you think that's one that will last?
It's hard to say the way records are falling nowadays. I think when she's sharp, I think she could probably go a little bit faster than that herself. But for the time being, it's going to be tough for any mare I see right now to beat that record.
As far as money earnings, I believe she's earned something over $659,000 in her career. It's pretty much understood that her current connections paid about $100,000 for her. I'm sure that since that time she's increased in value, but what do you think she's worth today?
I've heard a couple different things. There's the obvious reason she's worth more, being that she's a mare and she could be used as a brood mare in coming years. And with her breeding and her performance on the racetrack, I would say she could be worth twice that right now.
Well, speaking of performance on the racetrack, what about it? Is her career to stay on the track and keep going for those records and earning more dough? Or do you think very soon she'll be headed to the breeding shed and become a brood mare and hopefully a mother of future champions?
Well, we've talked about this and we've come up with a couple different answers. The first plan we came up with was to breed her first of next year. But the year that she's had this year and the amount of mares that are still racing and as good as she's been racing, I think we're kind of hitting around about maybe racing her another year after this.
Would that please you?
Oh, of course. You know, if she goes to the broodmare shed, it sure is. It would be nice to see her in that kind of life, but it sure is fun racing her every week.
Will there ever be a day when that popular refrain from yesterday, the old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be, could describe Camourous? Somehow, I don't think this mare will ever be viewed as a has-been. For Pennsylvania Racing Wire to Wire, I'm Trish Shout.